when I was 16 years old, that was the last time that I was arrested. And at that time, we were at an all-time low, I think, with our family. And at that time, we were living in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. And I am already a pretty big boy, 6'4", 200, maybe 20, 25 pounds. I had a very bad mustache. I had a chip on my shoulder. Fresh into this high school in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, Freedom High School. I wanted to use the bathroom, but I didn't want to use the regular boys' bathroom because the boys' bathroom smelled like smoke. And he says, "Hey, you can't be in here." I kind of pause, look over my shoulder. Okay, I'll leave when I'm done. And I continue to wash my hands. I slowly dry my hands, and I walked by him, and I kind of just looked at him. I walked by, he looked at me, didn't say a word, but he was fuming. I went home that night, and I felt bad. I just felt bad. Very next day, I found him, and I went to see him in his class, and I said, I just want to apologize for how I acted yesterday, and I'm sorry. And I stuck my hand out, and he looked at my hand, and looked at me, looked at my hand again. He shook my hand. I'll never forget that shake. He wouldn't let it go. He said, "I want you to do something for me." "Yes." "Would you come out and play football for me?" I said, "Okay." He said, "All right. Have your word?" "Yeah, sure." Got my word. Didn't think much of it. I thought, okay, play some football. Like playing football? Sure. Cool. And I went out and I played football for Jody Swick, and he was our head football coach, and he became a father figure to me and a mentor. I fell in love with the game of football. My grades got better. I started getting recruited from every college across the country. College coaches would come in and say, "There he is, Dwayne Johnson, 6'4", 250, plays both sides of the ball, very aggressive." My thought process started to change. That's when I started thinking about goals and what I wanted to accomplish. And I love that man. I'll never forget the impact that he had in my life. And the reminder and my takeaway from that amazing relationship that I had was the empathy that he had for a punk kid who treated him so rudely and disrespectfully. He looked past that BS and said, "I believe in you. I want to turn you around." Oftentimes when I see kids and they have been labeled, "Oh, they're punk kids." True, there's good in them. We got to see that potential. And I enjoy that today, seeing the potential in kids just like he did. Especially kids who are kind of wayward and been going through it. I know what it's like. So thank you, Jody. Thank you, buddy. When I was at the height of my career in the WWE, I felt that for the very first time that I was close to accomplishing everything that I wanted to accomplish in wrestling. And I quietly walked away. Kind of shook me a little bit because wrestling was all I knew at that time, and I had dabbled in acting, but yet I also felt that I wanted to do more, and I wanted to achieve more, and I wanted to grow. I wanted to grow as a person. I wanted to grow as an entertainer, and that I wanted to reach as many people as possible, not for the box office value of it, but for the connection. And I had come from a world where I was connecting with an audience every night, and I wanted that connection. And I wanted to not only be good as an actor, but if I made the transition into acting, I wanted to be great. I knew going in, the cards are stacked against me. There's a shelf life to a career if I just wanted to get by on popularity. I didn't want to be in that position. I wanted longevity. If that's the goal, then I have to do everything I could possibly do to know the business of Hollywood from top to bottom, from acting to marketing to the executive level to a producing level to a directing level, and just know it as a whole. That would inherently make me a greater asset. And I appreciate all the people in the beginning of my career as I was coming up who took the time, who took the effort, who took me in, because I had to educate myself and I had to be a student of the game. Know your business. Know your business, become a student of the game, and surround yourself with brilliant people and go to work. I've learned the power that we have to make other people happy and content spent in a relationship. And I have the love of my life, Lauren, who I've had for 8 years now. I wake up every day so grateful and so thankful that you have someone like that. Someone who you could walk through this world with. This is the kid who grew up an only child, who shouldered all the family's problems. It's that kid who had a hard time with relationships to this man. So, yeah, the smile is real when I think about that. And I realized being a father is the greatest job I have ever had, the greatest job I will ever have. I always wanted to be a great dad. I always wanted to give Simone things that I felt I never got. When I held her when she was born, I held her in these two hands and I said to her, I will always take care of you for the rest of your life. You are safe. I literally held her in these two hands. And throughout the years, throughout the ups and downs, I've realized that the most important thing that I can do with my daughter is lead our life with love. Not success, not fame, not anything else, but I'm always here for you. I love you. There was a time where I said, do me a favor, I want you to tell me, what is the thing that you love most about our relationship? And she's like, oh, come on. And I'm like, no. Well, what's the one thing that you love most about our relationship? And she said, well, then I trust you. And for a 13-year-old girl to say that to her dad, considering where I was at 13, the instability I had, and she said, well, that I trust you and that we have a very special bond. And that moved me. And so, at 13, she's saying that, and I couldn't ask for anything else. I love that girl. I remember I had great angst every night before I went out because I was not able to be myself. My very first WrestleMania, biggest show of the year, the Super Bowl of wrestling.
It's not just all luck, is it? Well, this is Rocky.
That night, 20,000 fans started chanting "Rocky sucks." It was a sobering moment, and that was the beginning of the end of my initial run in the WWE. A few weeks later, I tore a tendon in my knee, and I was out for the rest of the summer. And I came to the realization before I went back that it wasn't me, personally, that they didn't like. It was that I wasn't being authentic. Who is this guy in wrestling who's smiling when he's getting beat? A few weeks later, I got a call from the WWE, and I spoke to Vince McMahon. He said, when you come back, we could continue to shove you down people's throats, or we could turn you heel because they want to boo you anyway. I said, I think it's a great idea. And I said, before we get off the phone, I have one request. I said, when I come back and we go live, I just need 2 minutes live. Me talking to the audience live. 2 minutes is all I'm asking. He said, okay, you got it. A couple of weeks later, I came back. We were on live TV. I grabbed the microphone. Fans were already booing. They started chanting "Rocky sucks."
In arenas across the country, I heard chants of "Rocky sucks."
I said, I may be a lot of things.
Oh, Rocky might be as a lot of things,
but sucks isn't one of them.
but sucks isn't one of them.
In that moment, The Rock was born. And about a month later, I was the hottest heel in the company. And when things were on fire. And the greatest lesson about that is be you, be yourself. Whether it's in entertainment, whether it's out in public, whether you're a celebrity or not, the most powerful thing you can be is yourself. I found that with depression, one of the most important things you could realize is that you're not alone. You're not the first to go through it. You're not going to be the last to go through it. And oftentimes it happens. You feel like you're alone, and you feel like it's only you, and you're in your bubble. And I wish I had someone at that time who could just pull me aside and, hey, it's going to be okay. It'll be okay. So I wish I knew that. You just got to remember, hold on to that fundamental quality of faith. Have faith that on the other side of your pain is something good. After about a month and a half of staying in that little apartment and cleaning, I got a phone call from the head coach of the team who cut me, the head coach of the Calgary Stampeders. He called me and he said, hey, I know we cut you, but I'd like you to come back. I said, okay, I appreciate that, coach. Thank you very much. I'll think about it. He said, okay, great. I hung up the phone, and my dad said, you're going to do it, right? I said, no, I don't think so. I think I'm done with that. He goes, what? I said, my gut tells me I'm done. He said, what are you going to do? I took a deep breath. I said, I'd like to get into the business. He said, what business? I said, the wrestling business. He said, you are throwing it all away. It is the worst mistake you will ever make. He said, you're ruining your career. I said, maybe I'll be no good, but I feel like in my heart I have to do this. And I either need you to train me or need you to not train me. My dad rose to the occasion, so no training. And it wound up being one of the greatest chapters in my life.